Central Kenyan Dairy, or CKD, is an association of smallholder dairy farmers whose main farming enterprise is production of milk for sale and domestic consumption. Like the name suggests, it is situated in the central province on the slopes of Mount Kenya and the Aberdare Ranges. In order for the CKD to prosper, 4 major outputs were focused on to help make the smallholder dairy industry more competitive and profitable. The dairy farmer organisations were empowered to offer better services to the common interest groups, the CIGs. These CIGs were strengthened in order to serve the farmers more effectively. This was to entail, among other things, developing their organisational structure, improving governance and group constitution, and legal registration. The CIG officials were also capacitated so as to acquire managerial, entrepreneurial, financial and organisational skills. The members were also sensitised on the importance and advantage of groups in pursuing common farming challenges, as opposed to fragmented farming activities.
This CKD, all the 4 CIGs, are groups that are able to get things going on by themselves. And I think that is even much more important, that instead of waiting for the support that comes from elsewhere, instead of thinking that for them to make progress they can only be helped, let's say, by the government or some other organization, they're able to work on their own.
The farmers were sensitised on good livestock husbandry practices, home feeds rationing, pest management and prevention, and hygienic milk handling. 20 farmer learning groups were established to reach at least 300 farmers directly. The 300 graduated with managerial skills and are now able to disseminate good dairy farming practices to at least 20,000 other farmers through farm field days across the region. Farmer-managed fodder demonstration units were set up by each of the farmer learning groups and demonstrated the value of high-quality fodder species. From the experiences, farmers are now producing a high production of milk from before 4 litres to an average of 15 litres per cow per day, and bringing it closer to the world best practice.
Before, hygiene was very poor. We did not know even how to clean our milk pots properly. We were using plastic milking pots, of which some were unclean. As a result, when we took the milk for sale, some of the milk was ruined. But now we clean the cows' udders properly and then dry them with clean clothes.
Before, the cows made me like a slave. I used to feed them from morning to evening. But after training, I now know cows have to eat only on certain times.
The 4 CIGs were mobilised to operate an efficient, cost-effective artificial insemination service. These groups are now registered as AI service providers for their members, so as to make AI services cheaper, reliable and available when needed. The utilisation of AI services will now be improved by at least 30% at the end of this year. The genetic potential of dairy cattle has improved tremendously. At least 30 smallholder dairy farmers are now coached to take up dairy cattle breeding as an entrepreneurial activity and be registered with the Kenyan Livestock Breeders Association. They will subsequently breed high-quality dairy cows, hence improve the availability of high-quality dairy breeds in the districts and surrounding areas. They will also be selected to test and demonstrate the effectiveness of embryo transfer as an effective tool, to speed up the process of breed improvement, even among the small-scale farmers.
Breeding helps a lot. Before, my cow used to produce only 4 kilograms of milk. But after I took it for artificial insemination and chose a bull I wanted, now my cow produced 12 kilograms. You can see the difference, from 5 kilograms to 12 kilograms.
In quantitative terms, half of the members have undergone training in the farm field day learning and graduated in most aspects of better breeding and management technologies. The target group, mainly the smallholder farmers, and of those mainly women, who take the role of modelling their families' livelihoods, have taken the lion's share of the training. By the end of this year, 2008, the targeted group will have tremendously changed their income by at least 45% due to the high milk production and marketable proportion, whereby their own association is now enjoying bargaining power on prices. The Central Kenya Dairy Association is now more sustainable because the training and learning sessions have helped for the creation of an umbrella, fora, organisation, which has created room for the smallholder farmer to achieve their desired goals, unlike the fragmented farming activities of the yesteryears.
I've benefited by having 2 more calves. I now get more milk than before. I also learned how to plant grasses for cows' feed and type of cows to keep.
Our aim as the CIG, that is the Central Kenya Dairy Association, is for us, the farmers, to work together cohesively with the assistance of all the other organizations to help us. So let us be together, work together as one people, one nation, and we are going to prosper and go ahead.